welcome back to another video. Obviously, this one is a little different, as you can see. I am going to go through this box. And this box is full of every book I've ever written. Which means I am a notebook person and not a typing person. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that before in one of my videos. This is my bin of every book I've ever written. And I'm gonna go through it with you just for the fun of it, because why not? I do want to say though that the first book I ever wrote is not in this bin. I will be going through the first book that I ever wrote, as well as other excerpts from my lovely collection that is nowhere else available on the internet aside from these videos. Those excerpts and my first ever book can be found on my Patreon, which the link is in the description box below, so if you want to go check it out, go click that link. That would be awesome. Also, for some self-promotion, if you are interested in any fun facts that I write about my books or any other slew of book content, book-related content, I have a coffee account. Link in the description box below, so if you want to buy me a coffee for $2, that would mean the absolute world to me. Anyway, enough of that self-promotion, and onward to the box. Kind of hard to go in chronological order because I went in order of kind of size in here a little bit, and it kind of looks like everything exploded in here a little bit. So we're just gonna pick it up and see what happens. We're just gonna start from the very top and work our way through. And again, this is not in chronological order, it's arranged by shape and size and all that. First one, so there's a little sticky note on here, but this was a Christmas present. It was freshman year of college. We did a Secret Santa for all the people on our floor in the dorms, and my Secret Santa got me a notebook. My reputation precedes me. But these 3 notebooks are devoted to a vampire novel called Michael, and it is not available anywhere. It used to be up on my Wattpad, but I took it down because I wasn't proud of it anymore. And I didn't want to have something I wasn't proud of available for people to read. I have kind of changed my approach to my books, because originally it was like, this is my box of cringe, but I don't want to be destructive about my work. I want to be appreciative of, this is where I started. I've chronicled my beginnings and my journey, and yeah, they all aren't winners like this one, like Michael, but that implies a person isn't a winner. Anyway, yeah, they all aren't winners, but they all have helped me get to where I am now, and I'm very proud of where I am, so I want to be proud of where I started. Anyway, random tangent, but hey, Michael! This is not in chronological order at all, but these next 2 notebooks, yes, I fill up multiple notebooks when I write, is for Exceptional, which is available on Wattpad. Link in the description box below. This is Exceptional. This is book 2 in a duology that I wrote. I wrote Michael sophomore year of college, and I wrote Exceptional freshman year of college. Which surprised me that I could write at all during college, but I still managed it. And as you can tell, I like purple. These next 3 notebooks are book 1 of the duology. So Exceptional is book 2. This is Extraordinary or Extraordinary. This is the first one that I wrote. And yeah, multiple notebooks. Again, I can't just fill up one notebook, apparently. But yeah, this is extraordinary. Also available, both the rewrite and the original are available on my Wattpad. This, I also just have sheets of paper in here stapled together. This was a short story I wrote based on the nursery rhyme Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So it's called Jack and Jill. And yeah, it was a short story that I wrote. I actually don't remember when I wrote this. It used to be available on Wattpad. It's not anymore. So if this is something you're interested in, go check out my Patreon. Link in the description box below. I'm hoping that'll be the last time I promote that. Most people use composition notebooks for their notes at school. I use them for books. So this next one is Don't Forget, the original version. And the rewrite is available on my Wattpad. And it has a lot of notes to it, but I don't know where my collection of notes is anymore. Hey, more purple, shocking. This is Your Loyal Servant, the original, which you can find on Wattpad. And I wrote this for NaNoWriMo, and for those of you who don't know what NaNoWriMo is, it's National Writing Month. And your goal is to write an entire book in 1 month. And this was my attempt at that. So, again, purple. That's just kind of the theme. This little baby has an entire book in it, which means, like, yeah, it's kind of thick, but it's so small that this is probably, like, maybe 25 pages total. But this guy was just something I wrote freshman year of high school, because I had a whole bunch of daydreams and expectations for what high school would be like, and of course high school was nothing like what I had hoped it would be, so I wrote a book about it. But purple! Purple's kind of the theme of my life. This is a book that I hope to rewrite someday. And if you're curious about the name of it, it's over on my coffee. But this was another one of those. I do a lot of self-indulgent fiction, or at least I did, especially when I was younger, and this was one of them. I very much saw myself as the main character. But yeah, and these were all kind of one thing. Here are some fun notebooks. You can kind of tell my age by what notebooks I'm using. I was, I don't know, 12 when I wrote this book. Yes, it's one book. Has a cute little paws off. I actually got this notebook at the Scholastic Book Fair. Does anyone else remember the Scholastic Book Fairs? They were, for someone like me who loved notebooks and books and office supplies, those things were amazing. I think I was 11 or 12 when I wrote this. It's called Songs and Hearts. And technically, now knowing more genres of writing, this is technically a fan fiction. Modern day AU. So, fun fact for you there. I recently reread this book. This is Being the Butterfly Queen, Book 1, The Cody Generation. And I think I was either in 7th or 8th grade, so I was 12, 13, something like that when I wrote this. I got a necklace. And that's what inspired this whole thing. It was a necklace that had a butterfly charm on it, and I loved superheroes and superpowered beings and everything like that, I wrote a book about it. Once again, some more purple notebooks. This one is a pretty fun story. It was based off of a dream I had. It's called Steal My Soul. Oh, I did a video of every book I've ever written, and I talked a lot about the books that I've written, but we're going through them all again in physical form, as opposed to just the list that I'm reading. This notebook is Love Means War. This was the apex of my love triangle obsession. This entire book is about a love triangle, and it's so funny because it's not that good. It has such a weak plot. The stakes are so minor, but I do enjoy rereading my stuff, even the original versions, because I like to see how far I've come and how much I've changed. Like, most of these books that I've already shared with you have love triangles in them. I don't write love triangles anymore. I can't stand love triangles, but so many of my novels were about love triangles, and it's just fun to me to see all the changes I've made. We're getting down to the bottom, but ta-da! That is upside down. Ta-da! This is both an original version and a rewrite of the same book. The original version is not available anywhere, but the rewrite is available on Wattpad, and this is The Deadly Trials. And I'm very fond of this book, and I love this notebook. I love it. It's hearty and it's pretty. It's very well loved because there's a stain right there. But I just, I had pictures of anime characters, and there's so many notes in here, and I'm just super fond of this book, both the original and the rewrite, and I love these hefty notebooks. All right, my most popular book on Wattpad is Open My Eyes. Here's the original. Yes, it's in a notebook. I have the names of the characters on the back, along with a whole bunch of chapters back here, because the binder wasn't big enough to fit all of it. Here's some notes, a basic outline, the cast. Yeah, I wrote it on individual sheets of paper. So, very anxiety producing if I lost something, but this is the original. Back when I would make covers with the help of Word. Here, this next book is another kind of struggle bus book. It's all loose papers that are not really contained in anything. They're not stapled together, they're not put in a binder. They're just squished between two empty notebooks where all of the pages have been ripped out of them. There's no pages in this thing or on this thing. But this is Touch the Sky. Again, anime characters and just really silly stuff. But yeah, this is Touch the Sky, and it's a very complicated. It's a very complicated mess. Touch the Sky was very heavily inspired by Maximum Ride. So if you know of Maximum Ride, if Maximum Ride was part of your childhood at all, like it was part of mine, you would know. And this right here at the very bottom is the sequel. I never finished it. But the first book was Touch the Sky, and the second book was To the Sky. And I, did my anime cover again to the beginnings of it, and it never came to fruition. It's just kind of chilling here at the bottom of a bin. And that'll do it for this video. I know you guys probably don't care, but I love looking through my old stuff and just remembering my roots. I think it's really fun to see how my journey has been chronicled through actual notebooks that now fill up an entire bin. I do have another kind of completed notebook with a completed book in it, but I'm still making edits in that book, so until the edits are done, it won't be added to this, but when it is done, it'll be added to my lovely bin of books. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that bell button for notifications so you can get notified every single time I post. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye! Should be this one first. I'm just recording my struggle with putting this back. The adolescent handwriting. Gotta love it. Everything's falling. When it is done, it will be added to my lovely bin of books.